and half the time people only use part of that system because they don't even know that the other part exists. Okay, imagine this is okay. I'm gonna tell you a scientific topic. All right, it's called generative anthropology. What it means is basically way back when, before language, okay, you have five orangutans in a circle fighting over a piece of meat, all right? And eventually, one day, one of them was like, "Damn, why the fuck are we doing this?" And then he stopped. And since he was the alpha,
What
the
the
rest of the
fuck? Fuck
orangutans
off. Who's
decided, okay,
ringing
we're
me,
gonna
bro?
copy the alpha and just stop because we don't really
Listen,
understand why, but
you're
we're
chatting
just
this
gonna stop
shit.
fighting over this meat and work together,
Fucking
right? They
lying.
didn't have language, so at some point, somebody
Bro.
had to have done that and started a trend
Yo,
of them
Tracy.
stopping
Alright,
from
yo,
fighting each
Tracy,
other.
can I ask
No,
you
bro,
something?
you gotta listen, bro.
Can
Hold
I?
on.
I'm listening
Just
to you.
wait.
Yeah,
I'm just
but
trying to get to a
all
point. I'm trying to
animals
reach a
can
point, bro. And
Listen to
it's
me.
gonna
Some
derail the
different
point,
type
so
of
you gotta
way,
wait.
though.
Just
Listen to
wait.
me, bro.
But look, bro. The
Some
reason why I'm
animals can
explaining that is
communicate
because
without
before
language.
language, bro, they had the ability to think with their emotional centers, bro. So they didn't use
Yo,
words 'cause they
Tracy,
didn't
have you
have
died?
language and shit.
Tracy, have you ever experienced your fucking energy afterlife, whatever bullshit?
Yeah.
How?
How? Okay, so
How?
imagine like there's an energy and it's
Yeah.
inside it's basically Alright, the
Basically
best
what?
way to visualize it is an
Fuck.
electromagnetic field, but it's not exactly that's not what it is, but it's just a good way to
Have you,
visualize
no,
it
listen,
because
it says, oh my gosh, you keep ringing me. Have you ever experienced yeah, your energy afterlife?
that's what I'm trying to explain. I already said yes. I was
Explain
trying to
it then.
explain the answer to the
Now I
question, but
asked
you
how.
keep changing the subject so I can't
No,
answer
I'm not.
fully.
It's the same
Okay,
question.
then
How
ask
have
a
you
question and let me
experienced it?
answer it and
Bro,
wait for me to
think
answer it and then ask
so?
another
Wait,
question.
Okay, go.
Okay, ask
wait.
you asked a different question now, bro.
Can
So
I
I'm
ask a
trying to
question,
No, I
Tracy?
didn't, bro. I
So,
asked you how you
Okay.
like,
experienced it.
wait,
Oh, how did
Tracy,
I
but
explain?
What the
you're
Okay.
saying
fuck?
it's based on what you think, right? You're saying it's based on what you think. So if I think there's a heaven, is
Yeah.
there gonna be a heaven?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically
Bro,
like
this
you
guy
have the
is
ability
fucked.
no, like you have the ability to basically make whatever it is that you believe is what's going to be real because like you have different people like when people die Jesus comes and gets them. For some people Buddha comes and talks to them and then they don't actually fully die so they come back. But why is that possible? It's because that plane of consciousness is real, but it's your faith that makes it real. And that faith is used as a loose term because it's directly connected to belief, which is directly connected to like if you believe something with all your that's why I was talking about neurons earlier because when you believe something fully with all the neurons in your brain, it becomes real. That's how you make shit real. Like you actually can change reality
Bro,
and
I
shit.
think the more people you have praying, I think the more people you have praying to you and praying for you, the more
That's
your
true.
shit works, bro.
That's really true. That's very true. Because it's an easy way to
That's
reach
why
them, you
that
know what I'm
clout
saying?
shit is a real drug, bro. Cause that shit, they get real powers from that shit.
Yeah, that same thing that you just said, Kitty, is the reason why Satan that doesn't exist. By the way, is actually it does technically exist but only for some people because it's a negative egregore.
Bro,
Basically, an
I met
egregore is basically an entity
yo,
that people
yo,
create
Tracy.
with their minds by basically manifesting a negative emotion or a thought into something that's real, and then it actually becomes real because like I said, if your brain believes fully that something's real, then it becomes real. That's literally what they're doing is creating Satan because they actually
Yo,
believe
Tracy.
Satan's
I
real
met
more
this
than they believe in
badass
God, which is the
Satanist,
crazy
bro.
part. Like,
Bro, Tracy, look, I met this badass Satanist. She had a thing for me, but she had a boyfriend, bro. Yo, she wrote in my book, bro. She wrote in my book, we'll be together in the next life, bro. I'm scared. Am I
most
cooked?
Satanists are just ignorant or misinformed, and you should honestly just pity them a little bit and just be nice to them. And usually you can help them out because they don't understand the energy they're
Bro,
working
I
with.
was
And if they
nice
did, they
because
would
she
know it's
was
all
bad
God and
as
there's no
hell,
such thing as
bro.
Satan. So,
Bro, I told her my God is stronger than yours. Why would I believe? She was trying to convert me. I was like, why would I believe it if like judging off of your books, like why would I believe like the antagonist of the story though? Like they believe in the same books and shit, bro. They just side with the fucking antagonist, bro. Why?
well, you gotta understand, bro. Like without light, there's no dark. at the same time. Like just how like if you're in
Bro,
full light,
just
you can't see
understand
anything.
why
If
they
you're in full
just
dark, you
put,
can't
like,
see anything. But if you have a mix of light and dark, then you
nah,
have
but,
contrast, so
like,
you
I
can
just
see.
never
So
understood
in that
the
way, they are
counterculture
all
for,
God,
like,
expressing themselves
the-
as wanting in that moment to be away from God, which is okay because everyone is on their own journey. So you shouldn't tell people they have to believe or they should believe in God, but just give them the facts and just tell them, like I
yeah,
said, like
bro.
most people who are
But
Satanists
they,
are just
but
misinformed.
but
They
them
don't
niggas
understand.
is lost. So, like, I feel like it's like obligation. I should at least try to lead them to some light inside their life, but them niggas is lost.
The best way to do that is through love, bro, because like if you tell someone what to believe, they will understand. But if you actually become what you're telling them about, then you can change everyone because you're basically talking through you're basically looking at them, yes, but you're talking through them. And that's what the key thing is. Like, you're
Bro,
basically
you
talking.
mean you gotta be a living testimony? Nigga?
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, that's why Jesus could walk on water because he basically, okay, so if you have thoughts and shit, right, all the time, like, okay, imagine closing your eyes and try to stop thinking, right? Nobody can do that. And everyone for so long was trying to like find a way to stop doing that. And in Buddhism, they call that a problem. They call that a problem because they try so hard, spend like so much of their lives trying to do that. Because so like
No, bro.
before
but
language and shit, and we had
people
people
do
before
that.
language, but people still existed, bro. They didn't talk in language, so they thought their thoughts were like
No, but Tracy-
inherently different
Tracy,
than
you
how
know-
they are
you-
now. Like we don't have
you know
full
they
set
are-
conversations in our brains and shit.
Listen for a second, Tracy. Listen for a second. You know there are people who actually have no voice in their head. Right?
Yeah, that's basically means that you're, even though that people think that means you're dumb, it doesn't actually mean that because they are essentially living with. So just how right now we're living with our right hemisphere. Okay, there are people who can actually live with their left
That's
hemisphere.
what they think.
There's people that they're just living with a creative center instead of living with a logical center. But you can use either or both, and you can learn.
Them
how to use
niggas be
it.
smart as fuck. They be way more on tool. They be way more on tool crazy with like shit like patterns and shit, bro.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
be
like,
picking
because
up
they,
on
yep, that's
patterns.
exactly what.
Yeah, bro. Because I feel like when you become too much of a right brain thinker, like it starts to mash out your creativity, bro. Because you can't open your mind. You got too many boxes.
That's a really good way to put it because
Not
actually,
inside the
if
box,
you actually
box,
look at
box,
what the golden
box.
ratio is, though, it is a box around a pattern.
Bro, but how you break the box, bro? I'm trying to think of what's outside of that.
You can't. I mean, you can't. That's basically okay. So what you just explained doing is basically reaching perfection, but that's basically what we're. That's basically. If you were perfect, okay. So the best way to explain it, bro, is if you were perfection, you would basically be one with God, so you wouldn't have any individuality to yourself. Like you wouldn't be you right now.
Yeah,
But
I would be outside of all the boxes, nigga.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
But
So
like,
you can't ever
I'm
reach
still
that
trapped
unless you want to
inside
be
the
one.
box, bro. But I could only find these keys one at a time, bro.
That's true.
I want to play Fortnite, little niggas.
Yo, Lexi, where you
I'm
been
gonna
at,
play
Jet?
Shit, I've been here. Shit.
I feel like I ain't talked to you in a little minute, bro.
Shit.
It makes me happy that so many people are like
Feeling,
low-key
bro.
listening though. Like everyone's low-key becoming so smart in the server, and it's like
Yeah, I'm
really
getting
cool.
on it, Marco. I'm not dating. I just downloaded that shit after what, years. So I'm gonna be fast. I'm gonna be a noob.
Bro, I can't find my keys, bro. Oh, I found my keys, bro.
KT, bro.
What's the word?
Let's say you saw like some shit like you went. Let's say for example like you went to heaven, right? And you saw that shit and you came back. How would you try to explain that to someone else? Like how would you imagine everyone around you didn't believe it, and you try to like prove your point that it's real? Like how would you explain it?
Bro, I would not. You know, honestly, I already tried to explain that to niggas and they looked at me crazy. So I don't even try to explain that shit.
But if you had but if you had to like explain it one type of way, like how would you do it? Like what would you try to do?
Bro, I would explain it. I would explain it like heaven is like it's like the feeling when you look into a loved one's eyes.
Okay, so you basically you wouldn't really try to explain what it literally is. You would give it like an analogy of what it feels like.
I'd explain it more as a feeling, bro. You know the feeling you get when you look into a loved one's eyes, bro. That comfort, bro. That nirvana, bro. Them endorphins that be like flowing to your brain. I feel like that's what I could describe it as, bro.
All right, Casey, I actually think that's really beautiful when you think about it, and I don't want to like. That's what I'm saying that first because that's the actual truth. That's how it really is. But I'm saying okay, so but I just want you to pretend like imagine you're just very logical, like scientific logical, like you're a very logical thinker. You aren't able to make that decision. So like when you explain it, like how if you're just say you're hella intelligent.